Good afternoon, internet. Welcome back to the channel. So guys, today's video we are going to make a front pocket design. This is not a front pocket design. It's just the design on where we are going to what whenever you stitch a shirt, where you going to be what put a pocket on the front of the shirt. The design we used to make on the front for the men's or the shirt, you understand? So we are going to make that pocket design. So if you check on the thumbnail, you see how it's looking, right? That's what we are going to make today. So this is a stiff right here, you understand? You have cutted a stiff. Let me measure the weight for you to see. We will cut some parts from it. We are just making example video, you understand? We are not making the we are not making the real tutorial, real set sewing, understand? Just making example for you to see, or you see and learn it, understand? So this 3.25 inches, and the length is what the length is 3 inches, you understand? So it's not just gonna be like that. It's different two, you understand? So each one of them has a fabric, you understand? So let's say this fabric is the same measurement though. It's the same measurement though, you understand? Same fabric, you understand? The fabric is longer and wider than this stiff, you understand? Same to this one. So what we are gonna do is to cut the shape that we want to use for that design, you understand? That front pocket design. So to cut the shape, you have to put it on it together, you understand? And to fold it into two. We are going to fold it into two. So to do it, you have to iron it to make it the same thing, so you're able to fold it into two very well. Let me iron it and do it. Come and show you the next part. So guys, we have put the two together, you understand? It's two, right? We have ironed it to make it stitch. We want to cut both the two together, you understand? So we have folded it into two like this, you understand? We have folded into two like this. So we want the real length to be, this is the length, you understand? This is the length. The one is that's gonna measure. So that's coming down like this, you understand? Is the real length, you understand? We want it to be 2.25 inches. We want it to be 2.25 inches length, you understand? Length of 2.25 inches. 2.25 inches like this, you understand? So you have to cut this part from it, you understand? So this part too, you have to cut this part. You have to draw it and cut this part, you understand? So we have to cut this part. So watch the way I'm cutting it, please. You understand? So when you open it, it's just going to be looking like this, you understand? It's going to be looking like this. So we have to remove the two. You have to remove the two. Oh yes, have to make it so clear. Make it so you have to remove the two. You have to remove the two. So we are removing the two that we joined together. So that's gonna be different, two different, you understand? It's gonna be two different. So that the reason why we did it that way is for the same measurement. We are putting one. So this is the fabric that we are going to stitch on it, you understand? This is the fabric that we are going to stitch on it. You put one here, you understand? You put one here and one here, you understand? Like this, you understand? So before we do that, I already told you that each one of this has its fabric, you understand? And it's two, right? So this is the first fabric, you understand? It's two, right? It's two. So to stitch it, you just have to put it on the mouth like this, you understand? So this is where it's going to go inside. The the place that we are going to put the safe on it is where it's going to go inside, and the place that is going to what come outside is going to what be putting it onto it like this. You understand? Onto it like this. So this fabric, the front and the back is not the same. You understand? So we are going to put on the mouth like this. The same way we are going to do this one on this one. You understand? So if you put up put it onto the mouth like this, we are going to iron it to make it stitched. You understand? After that, we come and sew it. Understand? So we are going to iron it, both the two. So guys, we have done ironing the two. You understand? You can see we have put it on the mouth, on the mouth. You understand? So this is the excess part for the sewing allowance. You understand? So this is the back that's going to come outside, and it's two fabrics, two is two, and it's the same measurement. You understand? So what we are going to do now is to stitch from this part. Let me mark it for you to see. You are stitching it from the mouth. You understand? From this part through this part onto this part, onto this part, to this part. You understand? You understand? So the same way we are going to do this one. You understand? We are going to stitch it twice. You understand? We are going to stitch it twice. So let's get it done. So please watch it carefully so that you're able to what see exactly how I am doing it. We will be sewing it twice so that the thread is not going to be removing whenever we are doing it. So guys, we are stitching it. Please watch it carefully so that you're able to see how we are stitching it. You understand? So guys, we will stitch it twice because the video is going to be too long. You have to stitch it one so that we will stitch the other part without recording it. You understand? So that because the video is going to be too long, that's why we are doing it that way. So we are stitching it once, but we have to stitch it twice or even three times so that when the fabric that you are using to sew is so soft, it's not gonna make the work dirty. You understand? So that you're able to get the quality work. You understand? So that you're going to get a quality work. So please watch it carefully. See exactly how I am stitching it. You understand? So guys, have you seen we have done this part? So we are going to stitch it again, but we are not going to record it because the video is going to be too long. You understand? Have you seen how we stitch it? Same to this one. You understand? So we are going to stitch it. Come and show you the next part. So guys, we have done stitching it twice. You understand? So we are going to cut the excess part. You understand? So please watch it carefully so that you're able to see how I am doing it. We are going to move the two excess parts. We're going to leave a little bit. We are not going to cut where we have stitched the fabric. So it's going to be looking like this. We are going to cut it like this. Same to this one. Please, if you are new, you kindly subscribe to this channel, follow this channel, turn on the post notification, share this video. Please, you're not going to cut where the thread is being stitched. Understand? So this is exactly how it's going to be looking. So we are going to turn it. So to turn it, we didn't stitch this part, we didn't stitch the down part. Same to this one. You understand? Didn't stitch the down part because we are going to open it. So let's open it. We are turning it. So guys, we are turning it. So guys, we are turning it. We are going to turn this one too, same way we did first one. Turn both the two, understand? We are turning both two. We're turning the both what two. So guys, after turning it, just have to what, put the scissors inside to what, making sure the shape that we cutted is being straight, you understand? Is being straight. So after doing it that way, you go and put it on the iron table and to iron it, to iron both the two to make it smooth, you understand? So let's go and iron it. Come and show you the next part. So guys, after ironing the two, this is exactly how it's looking. So we are going to stitch on top this one, on top like this, same to this one. So let's quickly do it. We are going to stitch it on top. Let's say like a quarter inch. We are stitching it like a quarter inch. This is for example video. This is just for example video. So if you are joining, please click the subscribe button or the follow button. Grow and bring you more of this tutorial video. So we are stitching the same way we did this one. You understand? So let's stitch it. So guys, we are done stitching this part, you understand? So guys, we are done stitching this part, you understand? So this is exactly how both the two is what looking. So this is the, let's say this is the shirt that we have what done stitching. So we have to what, put a pocket design on the front, you understand? So let's say this, the middle is where the flap is, you understand? Let's see, the middle is where the what, the flap is being stitched, you understand? So we are going to measure these inches. This inches, what's inches of? We are going to measure 4.5 inches. We are making example video, you understand? 4.5 inches right here. So let's measure this length. Let's measure the length of this one. It's 3.5 inches. So we have to what, measure 3.5 inches again, you understand? Measure 3.5 inches again right here and right here, you understand? So you will be what, doing it this way, you understand? So you are marking it straight, a straight line. So this is where we are going to put one of this. So on here, this is the middle, so that is almost 1.5. So we have to make it like this, from this part to this part to this part. You have to make a 3.5 inches. You have to make a 3.5 inches on this part too. You have to make a 3.5 inches on this part too. So we are going to what, mark it straight. So we are going to what, mark it straight. So guys, have you seen, this is the middle, this is the middle, and this is where we are going to what, put this one. So to put it on it, we have to what, this is where it's going to what, come at the back, you understand? And this is where it's going to what, go inside. So we have to put it on it like this, on the line like this, and we have to what, stitch it on a 1/4 inches, you understand? Same to this one. So let's quickly do it and continue to the next part. So watch it. So we have to turn the fabric like this, we have to turn the fabric like this. We are stitching it on a 1/4 inches. We are stitching it straight, just like we made the line, understand? So guys, we have done stitching this part, understand? We have done stitching this part. So guys, we have done stitching this part. So let's cut the excess thread. Let's cut the excess thread and let's bring up. So this where it's going to go to go outside too, and this is where it's going to go inside. So let's put it on it like this, just like we did this first one. So this first one I have to stitch it 2 times. We have to stitch it 2 times. So the first one has been stitched, you understand? Because the video is going to be too long, we have to stitch it 2 times, but we are not going to show the other one because the video is going to be too long. So it's the same way we stitched the first one, that's the same way we are stitching this one too, you understand? So guys, that's the way we stitched the first one, the same way we are stitching this one. We are going to make sure it's on the straight line, just like we did the first one. Just like we did the first one. So we have to stitch it twice. Let me stitch it twice. It's not that difficult. And let me went back and stitch this one too twice, you understand? Let me went back and stitch this one too twice. Just like this one, you understand? So guys, this is exactly how to stitch it, you understand? This is exactly how to stitch it, you understand? So guys, have you seen how it has looked right now? So guys, after stitching it, this is exactly how it's looking. So we are going to bend it down like this. We are going to bend it down like this, you understand? We are going to bend it down like this, you understand? So we are going to iron it. We are going to bend this one too down and like this, and to iron it. Let's go and do it quickly. So guys, have you seen how we have ironed it? So we are going to stitch it on top a 1/4 inches, you understand? Same to this one. So please watch it carefully so that you're able to see how I am stitching it, so that you're able, whenever you are serious, you are not gonna make any mistake. So guys, we are stitching it a 1/4 inches, you understand? Just a 1/4 inches on top. We are stitching it on top, you understand? We are stitching it on top. We are stitching it on top. So we are going to bring it forward here and stitch the same way we did the first one. So guys, we are done stitching it. So not only that, we are going to show you the design, or what exactly we're going to make. We are going to put it on it to make it look that design we want. So after doing this one, we have done, but we haven't finished. We have to put a button on this side. You have to put a button on this side. So this is just a for example video. So to make because the video is going to be too long, we are not going to show you how we stitch the button. So we are going to stitch the button, and this is the final part. Okay, so guys, I think there's some people who still don't know how to stitch how to stitch the buttons, you understand? So this is a needle. You have to put the thread, you understand? This two is folded into two, you understand? You have to put it in the hole, the thread, like this, you understand? So you have to make it long like this, threads. 4. So make the thread to be 4. Understand? So it's folded into 2. 2 is folded into 2. Another 2. So we are going to what? Do it this way. This part from it. So to stitch the buttons, you have to first put the we have to mark where exactly we are going to what put the what buttons. You understand? Move the 2, so the middle, right? So the middle, so we are marking it. So to put the first one, we have to what take the fabric like this. We have to put the needle at the back like this, and to what put it out on where we mark it, the middle. You understand? Where we mark the middle, and what you have to put it back. When we put it, we have to what put in the hole where this buttons is. You understand? So you have to put it back. You have to put it what back. You understand? So we are going to put it again, and also enter the hole again. To enter the hole again, you have to put it back again. You have to put it back again. You understand? Because I think there's a lot of people who don't know how to do it. You understand? We have to put it back again, and you have to bring it back again. Also, you have to stretch. You have to stretch it. So guys, we are bringing it back again onto the hole. You understand? So we are going to what turn it like this. Understand? Understand? And to put it again in the down part. Again in the down part. You understand? In the down part, you have to bring it once again. You have to bring it once again. You understand? To bring it once again, and what you have to turn it. You have to turn it like this, and to put it back again. So you have to stretch it to make it so hard, and when we turn it, this is exactly how the back is looking. So we have to what put it like this, and what turn a needle like this. So we will stretch it, and we will cut it. So this is actually how to stitch the buttons. Yeah? So whenever you're going to what stitch the other one, just have to what do this. Just have to do this. Just have to do this. Understand? And cut this part from it, and do this exactly the same way that we did the first one. So we are not going to show this one. So guys, after stitching the second part, this is actually how it's what looking. So please, if it's nice or it's beautiful to you, please kindly subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notification, share this video, like, comment, and share this video. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.